Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the Reelmasters podcast. I'm your host, Levi Lambright, joined by my co-host, as usual, Israel Sandoval.
What's going on?
This week, we will be reviewing the much-anticipated anime extravaganza of the century, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. To start it out, as hype as usual, here's a clip from the movie.
You caught me off guard. To ensure that won't happen, I'm going to take my final form from the start. Holy crap! That's incredible! Just what kind of training did he do? This is way worse than I thought. If there was ever a time to run for the hills, this is it.
I'll tell you this, you're no pushover, that's for sure. If you weren't rotten to the core, you'd actually make a perfect sparring partner for me. What a waste of talent.
That's just the sort of small-minded drivel that makes your existence so intolerable. Channel that Super Saiyan glow I hate so much.
To be honest, Frieza, I'm not so sure I need to yet.
Well. Our monkey's wearing even bigger breeches now.
That's right.
Fine. The black-haired Goku's pelt will look just as good on my wall.
Hot on the heels of last year's summer blockbuster Battle of the Gods, Dragon Ball Z is back in theaters. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F is the second film personally supervised by the series creator himself, Akira Toriyama. The new movie showcases the return of Frieza, one of the most iconic villains of all time. Even the complete obliteration of his physical form can't stop the galaxy's most evil overlord. After years in spiritual purgatory, Frieza has been resurrected and plans to take his revenge on the Z Fighters of Earth, facing off against Frieza's new powerful form and his army of over 1,000 soldiers. Goku and Vegeta must reach new levels of strength in order to protect Earth from their vengeful nemesis. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. Starring Sean Schemmel as Son Goku, Christopher Sabat as Vegeta, and Chris Aris as Frieza. Israel, you got the first word. What'd you think?
First of all, that music in that clip just had me on edge again. This movie had the most epic music I've ever heard in my life since Tron Legacy. Most epic music since Tron Legacy. What did I think about it? A+ movie, definitely worth it. Movie of the summer, I loved it. Just like how I thought it would.
As predicted, and exceeding expectations, movie was beastie as fuck. So I wasn't surprised by how beastie this was, because Battle of Gods was just an awesome ass movie last year.
Awesome movie.
So I was expecting, this to be at least on par with this. And it was. I mean, it had everything from comedic elements to a Dragon Ball Z epic story and fight scenes that actually exceeded the top fight scenes which were in last year's Battle of the Gods.
This movie's better. I'll just throw it out there. It's better.
I'm torn still.
No, there's no way this
know.
movie is not better than Battle of the Gods. In every aspect, it's better. In every aspect. The comedy, the fighting, the music, everything is better.
There's one part. There's one thing that isn't. And that's Vegeta's role is beastie in this movie, but it doesn't live up to the potential of how good it could be. And in Battle of the Gods, his role exceeds.
Role was better?
Yes.
No, you're high.
By far, dude.
He had one good scene in that movie in Battle of the Gods. One good scene, one good saying. In this movie, he was beastie throughout the whole movie. He was in it a lot more. And he actually got to fight, like, more than what he did in Battle of the Gods.
Just the scene where he loses his shit when Bulma gets slapped, dude. Untoppable.
Yeah.
Don't try and top it.
The best scene in that movie. But guess what? Oh, he had some pretty good ones in this one, too.
It's a good... I mean, and all your returning characters are in it. However, there are a few omissions
we're
that...
We're going to get into the gripes. We're going to get into the friggin'
gripe time. It's a little bit of gripe time.
It wasn't perfect.
Real gripe time.
Tell them about it.
I
was pissed.
So there's these kids. Don't know if you heard about them. Their names are Goten and Trunks. Apparently Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, forgot that he created them because they're not in it. And okay, yeah, these are two of the most powerful characters in the series, and but we're gonna fight Frieza, and he's super strong, stronger than ever before. Yeah. So let's call up Tien and Krillin, who are human characters and weaker than shit.
Master Roshi.
Oh, and not forget,
it was good in this movie.
Let's get to that. Master Roshi in this movie stole some scenes. Almost the show.
First of all,
almost the show.
He was the captain of the team.
Yeah. Oh, and this dude came out, got big as hell, and just started whooping dudes, dude.
Whipping his stick like crazy.
I was hyped as fuck. If you looked over at my seat, ear to ear, grinning. It was, dude, I loved Master Roshi coming. And it made me think, too, I was like, I would like to see him have a more predominant role. As far as, like, being involved in more major fights.
And plus it showed the leader that he actually is. He was telling them what to do, telling them what they had to do, and everything. Like,
he took that role.
Yeah.
And, like, I love Krillin to death.
He did a Kamehameha.
Dude, the one-handed.
Beastie.
You need to learn how to respect your elders. Beastie is, a beastie part. But then, like, you bring on Tien and Krillin, who are...
Krillin was kind of good in this movie.
Oh, I like Krillin. But Tien?
Yeah, I hate Tien.
Thank God they left out Yamcha and Chaozu.
Oh, I probably would have walked out that theater.
Because if they would have been in it and not have Goten and Trunks in it, I would have been pissed off. But then you got some returning characters that are new. You got Whis and Beerus. That's a little fun. And then you got a new character, Jacko.
Who was... I liked him.
I liked him too. The Galactic... Galactic Police. He's actually in another comic that the dude from Dragon Ball Z, he made. But I didn't know anything about him. He was cool.
He had some of the comedic sayings and lines and stuff, which were pretty funny.
Yeah, he was pretty funny, and he had some good action scenes. He was able to hold his own in major fight scenes. The thing about this movie is, if you're a fan of the fight scenes from Dragon Ball Z, like for me, Battle of the Gods had some good fights, but it also had a lot of exposition. There was a lot of talking,
Battle of the Gods
and a lot of
1.5.
Well, the beginning fight, and then the end fight, and then Vegeta, where Goku fights Beerus for the first time. Then Vegeta fights Beerus, and like all the Z fighters do, and then Goku versus Beerus for the last time.
He didn't even fight Beerus in the beginning.
Yeah, he did.
He just got hit.
He tried to fight. Well, anyway.
Don't even try to compare the action.
Hold on, no. I'm saying this is way more action-oriented than the last one. Yeah. This is a Dragon Ball Z movie. There's a lot of fights.
Hour 41 minutes or something like that.
Or hour 45 minutes, and the majority of it is fight scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some story. They keep it light. In what they do tell and show is either funny or it's getting the plot going. There's no bullshit. This is a very lean movie.
It started off fast.
Yeah, I mean, it starts out with what, those two dudes coming. They're getting the Dragon Balls right away. They're resurrecting Frieza. No, I mean, this isn't a spoiler.
All this happens before the movie even starts.
Yeah, before the opening credit. And, I mean, Frieza's back, you know, and, I mean, there's elements to bringing him back, and then, you know, they're off and running, and you get a fight scene right off the back with Goku and Vegeta training with Whis.
Yeah. Which is
and it's a beastie fight scene.
It shows you how actually strong Whis is.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of hinted at it in the last movie, but in this one, definitely shows this dude's at the top of the pyramid as far as current characters in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Nobody to mess with.
You know, I mean, he's stronger than Beerus. He trained Beerus, so Beerus the Destroyer. And there's a couple lines that I always like the overarching universe that's kind of hinted at. Like, they started to hint at it in the last movie. We're talking about, like, the different universes and the different gods. And then in this movie, they kind of hint at it a little bit where there's some characters that knew about it. So, like, Vegeta in the last one was the only one that heard about Beerus. Yeah. And then in this movie, Frieza reveals that he knew about Beerus and Majin Buu, which I thought was sweet, that they kind of, like, were like, he was told as a kid, the two people never to get in a fight with is Beerus the Destroyer and Majin Buu. And then he finds out that Goku beat Majin Buu, so he's like, okay.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, like.
Serious?
So I thought that scene was pretty sweet. I liked that whole part. I like that whole element to it.
Definitely.
And so, like, I feel like they're going to continue on with that. I mean, this movie's, it was a huge success in Japan, so I'm thinking, you know, going forward, that there's going to be more Dragon Ball Z movies. Why not?
And there should be.
Why not?
Yeah. Keep them coming.
We need to see more Goten, more Trunks, and if there's anything that pisses me off more than their omission, it's that they included Gohan and managed to make him into the bitchiest piece of shit in the whole series.
Let's also get into why wasn't Boo there. Boo wasn't. They mentioned. They mentioned him,
but they didn't. See, Goten and Trunks, they said they didn't want them to get involved in the fight.
Yeah.
But what's the reason for Boo?
Exactly.
No reason. And he should have been there.
And, I don't want you to get involved in the fight, but how this dude made Gohan into the biggest bitch. Oh my. Jesus. I knew something was going to happen to piss me off, and this was it.
Dude, I growing up, diehard Gohan fan. My lifelong dream was to be him in a movie. Not anymore.
It was all about Vegeta and Gohan.
Not anymore. Because little by little, they've been taking out the soul of that character and, like, just making him whacker and whacker. They started with the Great Saiyan Man.
They humanized him.
Yeah. You're making him human.
Yeah.
He's a Saiyan. And not only that, but he was the Saiyan with the most potential.
He was... In the Majin Buu side, he was strong as shit.
He was the strongest.
Yeah.
The strongest non-Super Saiyan human. Without turning Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
He was the strongest. He was the strongest non-fused character. The strongest character.
Well, yeah, that's a lot. Over the past
3 years though.
3 years later,
we'll set you back about 15 years.
Let's put him on Krillin's level.
Yeah, we need some more weak characters.
Let's make him into a family man. Whatever.
Because that's what everyone wants. That's what we were all clamoring for. More Goku, more Vegeta. Which I'm not mad about.
And I'm just gonna say that I knew I was going to be pissed in that line when Master Roshi said, Gohan, have you been concentrating on your martial arts? He says, well, I think I can still turn Super Saiyan, maybe. I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. What did you say?
That's like me, like, if I were to not have sex for like a month or 2 months, and then someone come being like, shit, like, do you still even get horny? He's like, well, I still think I could get a boner.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I might be.
Like,
I don't know if I like
You
women.
were Super Saiyan 2 not too long ago. Now you're freaking talking about you maybe be able to turn into a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, please go crawl back up Vidal's pussy and stay there because you are nothing but a
And
fucking
he named
piece of
his
shit.
daughter after the mom. It's Little Pan Jr.
He named her after the mom.
The mom was like, "Oh, Little Pan." When she called that little baby. Who the hell does that?
Does what? Her name's Pan.
Yeah, and the baby's name is Pan.
No, Vidal's name's Vidal.
I'm tripping.
What are you talking about?
I'm tripping. I'm tired.
It is a little late.
I mean, grapes.
A little late on the Reelmasters podcast. So, I kind of want to go into some spoilers right now.
Let's hit him with the...
So, let's go ahead and start with the star ratings.
Yeah.
What do you...
You go first. You go first.
Well, initially you told me what your initial rating is. You know, it could have changed in the last few hours. I had a little time to let
it's going
this
to
soak
change on
in.
basically what you just tell me right now. So go ahead.
So, and, you know, rethinking about the movie, I had an initial star rating that I was going to go with. Little Bird and... Oh, whoa. What is that?
That's Tweety right there.
Sure.
I see Tweety on your shoulder. Talking to you. What's he saying?
He's saying you need to stick with your heart. Not I want to. Oh, I want to give this movie a really, really high rating, but, you know, after examining some of the problems with it and some of the issues that I have, not overwhelming, it's not going to drop it by that much, but I'm going to have to stick with the 4 out of 5 here. It's a, yeah, I mean, I love it. It's a great movie, but there's a lot of things that are missing from it. Some issues with the ending, some issues with certain characters not being in, and some other things. So, just gonna have to go with the 4 out of 5.
See, I prayed and I was hoping that this movie would be my first 5. I wanted to give it that 5. I wanted to.
Lord Jesus, do it.
Just talking about what we just talked about, like I loved it, but there was
What's on your shirt?
those.
What's on your shirt?
Oh man, there's a little DragonBall Z, but there was some parts I didn't like. I didn't like I didn't like what they did to Gohan. I didn't like that some of the characters weren't in it. So, oh man, I'm just gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Oh, you dropped!
I did. 3.75.
You was at 4.25 earlier.
I was.
What happened?
Got to thinking.
What earlier? What about earlier?
3.75. Oh man, but it was so good.
I kind of want to see on a rewatch what I'll give it.
You know, but there was I can't
Because I liked Battle of the Gods better on a rewatch, actually.
see. I've watched that a couple times, and it's just this movie was better. See, that's why I would have to give Battle of the Gods 3.5.
You want BOG a 3.5?
Yeah, and this movie being better, I'm gonna give it a 3.75. But I just can't ignore the fact that what they did to Gohan, which is my favorite character, the ending, and then the character not returning. That's just, oh man, I can't do it.
You see them pile of grapes? There's a bowl of grapes right here. I want to kick them so far.
But I love the movie. Don't get it twisted. 3.75.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
3.75 is a good score for me because I'm hard.
It's like, oh, yeah, it's like you're in a relationship. Oh, I love you, but it's over. But I'm not happy.
3.75.
That doesn't make sense. If you love it,
I
give it a
did love
5.
it.
Give it a 5.
I'll buy it on Blu-ray, but I'm just pissed. It just pissed me off at some points.
Don't even say Blu-ray in front of me right now because I'm ready to get on Funimation.com and pay $150 for 9 seasons of this shit.
Pissed me off.
So, anyways, going into some spoilers. First of all,
can you talk about that music, though?
let's go into some spoilers right here. And let's talk about the environment. What do you think about the crowd?
That went to the movies?
Yeah.
It was a good, decent crowd.
Decent
I
crowd.
wasn't expecting it to be packed.
It was decent.
But I wasn't...
for a Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
I'm just glad it wasn't empty. There was people there.
There was a lot of people. It was a decent crowd.
Yeah.
I was a little worried at first. People were chatting it up.
Oh, right behind us.
Yeah.
I told you to shut.
I looked. That movie started. I looked back.
See, I didn't even have to look back.
They zipped. They zipped real quick. Because I got this shirt that says over 9,000, and they was going to get that power level if they would have kept talking. Yeah, I would have been pissed. I've been waiting for this movie for too long. Anyways, back to what you're saying. The music. Fucking epic as shit.
The most epic music I've ever heard.
Frieza!
Dude, they had a song with
Frieza!
Frieza's name. Every time Frieza came on,
Dude.
epic music followed.
Beastiest. Oh, we didn't do best line.
I don't remember any like. What do your favorite part?
Favorite part?
Do yours, because I don't know which one to pick yet. I got a couple.
My favorite part, man. I got a couple too. Shit, golly go. Oh man, where am I gonna go? I kind of liked when I don't know. I'm torn between two parts because the go-to part easily is when Frieza powers up to his 100% final form.
That's why I'm not picking it, because that was the best part, but I'm not gonna pick it as my favorite.
That's the mutual best part. That's everyone's. That's everyone's. Mine personally, I liked the interactions between Goku and Vegeta. I think the part when Goku almost got killed, when he got shot in the chest, I thought that was my favorite part because I kind of knew something like that happened, but when it happened, I was like, oh shit, like,
yeah,
it was still an oh shit moment, and then knowing Vegeta was about to come in, and he did, and freaking powered up to the blue form, and went toe to toe with Frieza. That's gotta be my favorite.
Okay. Well, I was gonna pick that, but since you picked it, I'll pick another part. Like I said earlier, I was pissed about Gohan. It was his beastiest part where Gohan showed us stuff, and he did turn Super Saiyan. It was super beastie.
Dude, it was. It was tight.
Piccolo was struggling versus Frieza's probably like henchman, the strongest henchman.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gohan just got his way and said, I got it from here. And just turned Super Saiyan, punched that dude in the gut, and it was over.
No reason to risk it.
Yeah.
Fool.
And it was over. Oh, never mind.
What?
I was going to say another part when they destroyed all the henchmen, and then Frieza was just there talking to them. And there was like, they were all waiting to fight, and they were just talking, and that music was playing.
Oh, yeah.
And that was just like, oh, some tight shit's about to happen.
Yeah, the anticipation.
That was just getting me going. Like, oh,
dude, I love the fight scenes. I loved when Goku and Vegeta were training. I loved when, they got there just in the nick of time. There was funny parts with Whis and Beerus.
How long do you think that fight scene was between Goku and Frieza?
At least a half hour.
Best half hour of fighting in all of Dragon Ball Z.
It was
in all of Dragon Ball Z.
It was good as fuck. There was a lot of badass parts. I didn't like. I did and I didn't. There was some parts where there was some 3D animation.
I liked it.
And some parts I liked. Like during the Goku Frieza, I liked all of it. But when there was some parts with the henchmen.
Oh yeah.
That I just didn't like. But I liked it. I don't know.
There was a part when Frieza was throwing these beams at Goku, and Goku was just dodging.
Oh yeah.
Back, and it was kind of like 3D, and that was
cool. Tight as fuck.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as what's next,
let's talk about that ending.
Oh fucking dude, that I guess we'll get to that. And, okay, so fucking Frieza is about to get killed by Vegeta. And fucking Vegeta's got the hand out doing his signature kill.
He's saying the tightest shit.
I'm not merciful like Kakarot.
I'm gonna send you back to that hell that you belong to.
Yeah. He said something.
And Frieza's defeated, Vegeta just beat
he's
the
like,
hell
no!
Like, no! Happening, whatever. And freaking Vegeta, the Prince of Saiyans, is about to get the ultimate revenge for his race and his dad. He's about to blow up Frieza. And what does Frieza do?
Time out. Right here, what we need is a long Vegeta monologue talking about how this is his moment. talking about how he's been waiting this, showing some flashbacks where he was beat up and all this crazy shit.
Yes.
Have that memory where Frieza kills his dad, and Vegeta finally says, "This is for them. This is for Planet Vegeta." Boom! Kills him for all the Saiyans.
Does it? Why can't Vegeta have this moment?
How Akira Tori fucking Yama, how hard is that to do?
He saved Goku, he saved Krillin
Just one time.
and he's about to kill him.
That's what
dude.
dropped it. That's what dropped the points for me. Because otherwise, it would have been a 4-5 for Sharks. If Vegeta kills him, 5. Easy. I forget about the rest. I excuse it.
I would have been up there.
I excuse it.
I'd have been up there.
But no, we get Frieza, blows up the Earth. Okay.
In the
so,
dumbest way.
Wait, come on. It was alright. It makes things interesting though. So everyone's like, what?
I'm looking at you like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, Earth is gone, and Beerus was
Vegeta died.
Vegeta's dead. Beerus and Win are, what's his name? Whis. I was gonna call him Wiz. Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa are the only ones that survive. Well, they the surrounding Z
Wiz
fighters,
creates a bubble.
yeah, to protect them. But Vegeta dies, and then I'm thinking
Vegeta's the only Z fighter to die.
So the thing I'm thinking here is, okay, it's got to be close to the end. So either a to be continued, which would be crazy as fuck.
Yeah, because you were talking about like, well, the Dragon Balls died with the Earth. We can't
Yeah.
push them back. Like, what the
This
hell's going on?
and yeah, and the Dragon Balls are always the get us
Yeah.
out of anything.
Like, this just happened. Everybody's dead but us. And Frieza is still living because he can live in outer space.
Yeah. So it's like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen? And then Whis, oh, I can just change time.
I can go back in time 3 minutes.
We're good.
Oh, well, let's do that.
So there you go. Go back 3 minutes. Goku survives, so he fucking just blasts Frieza with the fucking beam.
Yeah.
Movie's over.
Well,
Literally, movie's
at
over.
least it wasn't out the blue because Whis did say that he could do that in the beginning.
Yeah, he did. I mean, yeah, but still,
But you forget about it by the time in the end.
yeah. And as soon as they, I don't know, as soon as they mentioned it, I fucking was just like, oh, well, I don't know how this ends.
He should have yelled at Vegeta to kill him faster.
That's what I want. That would have boosted.
No!
No, that would have been tight.
Oh, it would have been, dude. But no, as soon as, like I said, Frieza's about to blow it up, Goku comes in rushing, Frieza, and hits him with the beam and kills him.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's still not bad.
Stealing Vegeta's thunder once again.
Yeah, and Vegeta was pissed after.
Oh, he was.
He was pissed, as about as pissed as I was. So, but there's still a lot of Dragon Ball Z coming. Super is airing in Japan right now.
When are we gonna get to watch that?
I mean, it'll probably come out probably next year.
When's the election?
I mean, there's about 100 episodes.
When's the election? November? If it comes out after November, I might already be in Japan. If a certain person wins by the name of Hillary Clinton.
The election's not until 16.
Yeah, next year.
Oh, well, we got a year.
I might be in Japan already.
If she wins the Republican.
I swear.
Oh, well, anyways. It's a badass movie. I definitely recommend it. You could take the whole family. I took my niece, who's 7, and a girl, obviously, if she's my niece.
She loved it.
And she loved it. So, it's a good movie.
She loved it.
Dude, yeah. She was sitting there in her seat. Oh my god. Super Saiyan God. He's a god. Super Saiyan. He's a god. And like, dude, she was going crazy, like, dude, kicking and freaking like playing the drums on her seat. She loved it, and it was. I'm glad that she loved it. You know, at least my niece is into cool shit and shit that we can both talk about. So, definitely recommend it.
It was a great movie.
It was good. It was fun, and I'm glad it was long.
Yeah.
The last one was super short. This one was a half hour long.
And it wasn't too long. It was
perfect. Dragon Ball Z movie. I've seen 2 Dragon Ball Z movies in theaters. I never thought I'd see one.
We've seen 3.
in theaters. Oh, dude, we're not even talking about Evolution. So I guess we can go into it shortly. What'd you watch this week? We both watched Hot American Summer. Look for a review coming up on that.
Yeah.
We'll keep that for we'll keep that for later.
We've only watched episode 1, but we'll finish it soon. It's pretty funny.
I don't think I've watched anything else. We didn't get to Mission
I
Impossible.
watched a couple. I watched Warriors classic. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
We needed to watch it so we can do it with the classic. I won't talk about it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I watched Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke for the first time. Hilarious.
Funny as fuck.
Me and my dad were crying the whole time. Did I watch anything else?
I haven't watched shit.
Well, I watched this movie. Well, I actually watched it 2 weeks ago. It's called Six Ed. I watched it on Netflix.
Yeah.
And
I saw
the only reason
some of
I watched it because it has that kid from The Sixth Sense in there, and he's all grown up. He's a bitch, dude. Pissed me off in that movie.
Oh my god, dude!
He
I saw
pissed me
the
off.
later half of it.
He had the freaking stupidest thought trying to
Oh my god!
jump on him, dude. He didn't want it.
Definition of a stupid thought to
Oh
her. She wasn't bad. She was just
It
stupid.
was stupid. But I mean, other than that, it was pretty good. But that pissed me off.
But I haven't seen shit. We just been gaming it up lately.
Legos.
Just Lego Marvel.
Lego Marvel.
So far, we haven't done a Real Gamers podcast, and we maybe down the line.
I beat Super Mario.
But he beat,
before you.
So I got a job here, buddy. I got fired from it.
I got school.
Resurrection of L.
Tomorrow's my last day.
Yeah. So, but next week be expecting a double cast possibly. It's looking like
We're definitely doing it.
Oh yeah. The Gift /
Which looks great.
Fantastic Four.
Which looks
So could be a 50-50 podcast there.
What was that?
But
What was that?
either way, we'll be coming through with another pod next week. So be on the lookout for that. So with that being said, once again, we glad you were able to sit with us for these 32 minutes, and you guys keep it classy and we'll keep it real. JK had some more shit to say. Also, probably within the next few months we're gonna do a porn review. Gonna be phony as fuck. Look out for that. But what I really wanted to say was you can catch us as always on thereelmasters.com. Also on Twitter and Instagram at thereelmasters. You can find me on Twitter or on Instagram at Lamb Levi and Israel at
Sandyman24.
So once again, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your week, the rest of your life, and if you're like us, you'll keep it real.
Live long and prosper.